Hello everyone, Blue Steel 42 here, and I am so happy to be back. So first off, let me start off this update by saying I am so sorry that I have not uploaded in a very long time. I sincerely apologize for that. The reason why I haven't uploaded was only because college has been pretty stressful on me. And the only reason is because I was entering my final few weeks where I had a couple of exams and mostly final projects. To tell you the truth, I was in my film class, as it should be obvious by now that I'm really interested in making film and media. And the thing is, I was assigned a whole bunch of final assignments. I had to do a final project. I also had a lot of papers to do. I even had to do a whole bunch of business presentations. And it really started to put pressure on me where I couldn't finish filming the Thomas and Timothy movie, The Near Downfall. And also, it was one of the reasons why I wasn't able to edit the episode that takes place before the movie, The Great Western Runaway. But that's also something I wanted to talk to you about. And before we do, I'd just like to say one more time, guys, I sincerely apologize for not uploading sooner than later. While I admit I was in the wrong for leaving you guys hanging and keeping you guys waiting for so long for the next episode and the movie, I just wanted to put college ahead of YouTube just because college is what is going to help me find a job. And I just want to make sure I am settled, like I am in a good, settled position. Especially in a job position that I am interested in and can still get paid for it. So again, I am so sorry for not uploading. College has just really gotten to me. But now let's focus on the great stuff. So I got great news to let you all know. Most of the work for The Great Western Runaway is almost complete. I just have to work on the music. But let me tell you what has been completed. So great news, Tyler the Tank Engine, my good friend, was so kind, he submitted all the photos of different facial expressions the engines had when having their conversation at Elsbridge, as well as a couple of good shots of Thomas pulling up to the station and Duck and Percy leaving, and even Thomas leaving afterwards. So Tyler, if you're watching, I just want to say thank you so much for your submissions. I greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If not for you, this film wouldn't have been possible. Especially because, as I'm sure many of you already know, and in case of those who don't know already, my family and I are moving to a new house. Therefore, all my Thomas stuff had to get packed up. And fun fact, all my Thomas stuff is at the new house now, but the new house isn't ready. But now we're getting sidetracked. So let's get back to the update. So as I was saying, Tyler submitted the photos of the engines talking to each other with different facial expressions and submitted some really good quality videos of Thomas approaching the station and also Duck and Percy leaving, as well as Thomas leaving afterwards. Super Legomat 240, another good friend of mine, also submitted his stop-motion animated clip of The Guard Blew His Whistle. And Matt, if you're watching, I just want to let you know, I loved the short clip you sent me. I mean, the animation was very smooth, and I sincerely am grateful for your submission. You did a great job. And last but definitely not least, Carter Extra, who's new to the channel, helped submit an establishing shot of Timothy and Toby approaching Elsbridge while Thomas, Percy, and Duck are there already at the platform. And I'd just like to say to Carter, it looks fantastic. So thank you so much for your submission. It looks really well done, and the quality actually looks really good. So again, just to be clear, all three of my good friends and also members who are helping the YouTube channel, Blue Steel 42, that's me, have made enough submissions for the episode, meaning I can actually just dive straight into editing the music and the clips. But that's also the other thing I wanted to talk about. So, I also am working with another member on this channel who is going to be the voice of Edward for The Great Western Runaway. This YouTuber's name is Alfred B12 Studios, and he's been very kind and patient for the lines of Edward, and this is also something that I'm going to talk about. So, now that I have all the clips, both from my recording and also from three of my dearest, best friends here on YouTube, I'm so glad to say that we can now get into the voice acting of this assignment. So, I would just like to say to my voice actors, can all get started on doing their lines for their characters. And that's also the other thing. Super Legomat 240, if you are watching, I was wondering if it was alright with you if you could go back to the previous update I made and do your lines for Percy. Because in case you guys don't know, in my previous update, I was explaining how the entire scene, the entire beginning of the Great Western Runaway is supposed to go. Because again, I couldn't film the scene myself as all of my Thomas models were packed up and are now sent to the new house my family and I are moving into. Therefore, I needed help. So Matt, if it was okay with you, may you please go back to the previous update and give me all of your Percy lines for this episode? Now, before this update ends, because this is a quick one, there's one last thing I would like to talk about. It's about a YouTuber who I asked to help me, but hasn't helped me yet, unfortunately. But that's okay, because I think this YouTuber had a lot of work on their mind. Wardhouse TV. If you're watching this, I was wondering if it was alright with you, if you could help me with just one small clip in the opening of the Great Western Runaway. I was wondering if you could try and make a moving shot of Percy looking back at Thomas where they are making eye contact. So basically, while Percy is moving, he's looking behind him because he's making eye contact with Thomas. And then we cut to a scene where Thomas is looking back at Percy. If that was alright with you, Wardhouse TV, may you please just make a small clip of that and just share it with me? This is just for the opening scene of the film, as I never specified what you could have helped me with, which is my bad. I apologize for that. With that being said, everyone, I will end the update here. I just wanted to give you some great news, and do not worry, because we are getting back in business.